everybody that's here. It's okay. Video, hello. How you doing? Yeah, I was gonna say we went from sort of spring to late winter to middle of summer almost instantly in one day. It is 80. Skinny and need food? Yeah, well, we got plenty for you. All right, just a second. I'll be right back. Looks like I finally burned through all of my extra supplies. We're now working off of more fresh stuff. Hey Ben, hello, and Darius, welcome in. Let's get some shout outs before we get started.
Can I drink your milk?
I'll let each one of them run before we get going here.
I'm nauseous. Oh. Got Mook on the bed. That sure doesn't help with your bug problem. Oh. I will see you around later. Right.
Oh, it's always the milk clip. Gonna be cooked. Oh, really? What you making, Dio?
Quem joga Giannis, I feel I cannot see him. Come on. Go to a kind of view. Seek delay. Cling to his blade. Alright. Oh, this is a 40 quest. So I can't do this quite yet. And play a wire.
You had it right the first time. Hey, Titanium. Welcome in. We're cook anyway because I have to have food all week. So managed to get the dishwasher fixed and the water's back on. So I decided to go ahead and just go for it. We're just gonna kind of burn through it today. We're gonna make some a variation on Thai red curry. Some tom yum seafood soup, and some salads and a few other things. Actually, I'm doing a little better. Even though the dishwasher failed, I pulled it apart, figured out what the guy did. So I got 2 hours before those are up, but thank you. Then I fixed all of his mistakes and I put it back together correctly the way it was supposed to be done. I found it was connected with a plastic water line from about 35 years ago. Instead of proper hose. So I ripped all that out. And I put in a stainless hose. Then I also found out that he had it mounted in wrong, so I fixed that. And I found he had put all the electrical wires together with duct tape and left them on the floor where the water could run all over them. So I fixed that. I put it in the junction box. Miracle that me or my daughter didn't get electrocuted over all these years. I wish I could get get some time with one myself. Sorry about the filters, but when I'm cooking, I can't watch it. Well, I think we're about ready to get started here. Feels fresh, been born again. Yeah. We'll do the jelly line noises thing. Yeah. When you relax, you go to sleep. All right, I'm not going to do a ton of explanations and things today. We've got unsalted chicken broth. We've got shredded carrots. I'm just saving time with this. Sleep is overrated. We got green onions. We got cilantro. We've got some lemongrass, which I wish I could have gone to the other store, but you know, we got one stalk which we can use for two. I guess we'll just beat it up and use it for both. Garlic. We got the good curry paste. The red in the can. We got an onion, we got some green beans, we got some baby corn, water chestnuts, coconut milk, and some mushrooms, which we're going to use for both. We also have, let's see, what am I forgetting? Forgetting something. Well, we got chicken for this one. Oh, ginger. We haven't got a lot of this left, but we got some. Kaffir lime, fish sauce, and sugar. I do have some kaffir lime left. These have gotten a little dry, but they'll do. I'm slowly starting to buy the things that I've needed for a long time. One of the items I'm going to get is a vacuum sealer, so that'll take care of some of it. Let's see, we need some sugar and fish sauce. Stars always look so beautiful. Yeah. I do some astronomy when I get the time. Got a teaspoon. And fish sauce. That'll do it. Soon I can't see the stars anymore. Uh-oh. All right, let's get started with this, shall we? Oh, A couple of these bad boys. Thai chilies from the freezer. Have to wait till winter to start again? Ah, okay. All right. Let's get started with this, shall we? Those are already cut up. We're going to use about half of this lemongrass. Mainly because I need part of it for the soup and I need part of it for this. And unfortunately, this is the only one I could get. Take off the outer edge of it. There we go. We won't need these until later, but we will need some of these up front. Oh, is it doing that again? Hold on a minute. Ever since the last update, it's messed up the software. And we're getting double. I don't see. The problem is that it outputs the mic through the speakers and then does the speakers a second time. And I don't know why it started doing that. I gotta remember how I fixed it. Okay, we'll get to you as soon as we can. I can't do it from here right now. Let's see. Is it this one? Is that it? I think that's it. It should be doing double now. I don't know why it keeps turning that on. Okay, next up, we're going to get the whites of these onions. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good. probably should just delete that source and re-add it so we'll stop doing it. that might fix it. Okay. Now first up, we're gonna need a little bit of the whites of these onions. Let's use a little bit of it. We're gonna use that yellow onion too. Normally I don't do that, but that onion's gonna go bad if we don't use it because it's been here for a couple weeks. So we're gonna use it today. And then green is gonna get used for our garnishes and our final. We're only going to need the one onion today. We're not going to use it for, we're going to use it for both, but we're going to use a little for each. I ended up spending about $45 today for everything plus other stuff I needed. So we're gonna keep it real easy. This thing's got a skin like no tomorrow on it. Good golly. I hate doing it this way, but it's faster. There we go. Okay. I'm going to use about half the onion for this one, half of it for our soup. I'm going to cut it into moderate sized chunks for this one. Alright, there's that. And our chilies are optional. These are always optional. You use these and you better be prepared for them. These are about 2 to 3 times more powerful than Uh, habanero peppers. Where did my smash hammer go? We want to crush some of this, so that it releases out the oils and such. That ought to be good enough because you're going to take it back out. Now, I do say that this is the good stuff, but I will also say that the stuff that you find in the grocery store, I believe it's called Thai Kitchen, is actually pretty good too. It's just missing a couple of ingredients. And unless you're like really deep into it, you won't notice. Gotta go sleep? Okay, we'll see you later. Have a good time. Have a good night. Okay. Carrots. That ought to be enough. That's how we're cooking today. If it looks good, that's good enough. Next up, green bean. I actually wanted sugar snap peas for this one, but they didn't have any. And I think these are going to go in at the same time as the carrots, so we'll just put them in with those. You want, like usual, for these to be about bite size. So you don't want to overload it. Get too many, you'll end up with a lot of leftover stuff which you don't want. As you can see, I'm going a little faster and paying less attention, so I go off my fingers. Problems this weekend, I just ran out of time. And I had 3 days off too. All right, this is the last of the beans. Just for the beans. Now we get our mushrooms. And then our chicken, and we are good to go. I can't find shiitakes here, so I have to keep using these Bella mushrooms. They're pretty close. I only use 4 or 5 of the bigger ones. Hey, Safety Foxo and Miyako, welcome in. Make me sad. Ah! Hold still. These are slippery. I'm not going to keep the stems for this one. Slightly salted and buttered. These are going to be soaked in spicy curry. The normal amount of this curry paste for a regular dinner is half the can. Every single time I open one of these cans, I use the whole can. And suddenly the volume gets very loud. What? Gotta turn it down just a little bit or else it'll start to feed back. Alright, we're not gonna use a lot of mushrooms for that. I'll use one more maybe. Now normally I would go through the trouble of trying to marinate the chicken and doing all the other things, but it's a little less than half frozen. We don't have time for that. So I'm not worried about it. It ain't gonna change too much anyway, because we're gonna simmer this in the curry sauce. I can switch to my other knives. So now we're gonna do the chicken. Oh, shoot. I guess we'll do the garlic here while we're here. Give it a good smash. Take the skin right off. Garlic cooks a lot faster than the onions do, so we're going to cook those separately. I know most of the recipes tell you to do them at the same time, but if you do that, you're going to end up with scorched garlic. All right, is that it? Other than our cans? I think that's it. Okay, chicken it is. Oh, that's right. This is the chicken we made previously. This is already marinated. Aha! Saves us some trouble. You want to cut this into bite-sized pieces like usual. Probably enough, but I brought out more, so I'm gonna have to use it. Oh, this is already cut up. Yeah, there we go. That's more than enough chicken. All right, quick wash and we are ready to go. I got set up a little faster today. Hey, Empty Rivers, welcome in. Chin, yeah. All right, let's see if we can switch cameras. All right, we're gonna start off by heating up some oil in our Dutch oven here. We're going to cook our chicken and then pull it out. Not all the way, but part of the way. We also need to get our rice cooker going. I'm going to do that over here on the side. We're going to use about 2 cups of jasmine rice today. This is Thai jasmine rice. It's very common at the grocery stores here and inexpensive. I keep it all in the Gamma bucket so it stays dry. Hello, the Stacy. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy. And Melina, welcome in. Hello. We are just about to start here. We're going to get our chicken done, and then we're going to make our sauce. And then we'll start putting in our vegetables and get it all put together. Now we need about, let's see, 4 cups of water? Actually, a little less than that. There we go. Oh, thank you so much, Melina, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Safety Foxo. Thank you so much. Love the chicken. Oh. Well, we're about to go ahead and cook the chicken first. That's not here right now. We gotta get it good and hot. Takes a couple minutes. The Dutch oven's pretty heavy. I'm gonna bring it up to about 6.5, 7. I've also got some Thai Tom Yum soup based mix here. We're gonna make some of that along with shrimp. Stubby, hello. Oh, I'm gonna have to look in to see what Jindal's been doing for making entrances for people, and I'll make you one. How you doing, Thud? Welcome to the impromptu. I did it at the last minute stream. This is literally the last minute. The only reason I even got to do it today was because I got the dishwasher done last night at like 10 p.m. We're going to use the full fat premium coconut milk for this one today. It's going to be nice and rich. Gotta get the real thick stuff. Oh, looks like the oil's ready. Starting to smoke a little. Hey, a little too hot. We only want it to be a little bit cooked. We don't want it to be cooked very much. because we're gonna simmer it in the sauce. This is the same as any other Thai curry we've ever done. You're a hunger fox now. Well, I have learned how to make the fried chicken without frying it from various different restaurants to duplicate their process without all the hate and anger against people. I can do that again sometime soon. Okay. Where'd my spoon go? All right, that's about where we want it right there. Be careful, I've sort of developed a little bit of the iron hand. You don't want to burn your hands. All right, next up is our sauce. For this one, you're going to cook your curry paste first. You want to try to cook it just enough that it starts getting aromatic. Oh, that's strong. Oh. You see how it's dried out a little bit? That's about where you want it. You want about a cup of your unsalted chicken broth. And yeah, I just tossed in that piece of lemongrass. Coconut milk. Once that starts to simmer a little bit, all the rest of the stuff goes in. Except for our kaffir lime. That goes in towards the end along with a little bit of cilantro. A show? Oh, okay. Noms are here. Oh, all right. We are going to have to simmer this one for a little while because we've got garlic and onion and everything else. Those need to soften up. I'm going to try this a little differently today. Normally I fry all that stuff. We're going to see if that really makes a difference. I'm betting it doesn't. There's a little bit of sugar and our fish sauce. This is a very quick recipe. This is not a full on process here. Matter of fact, I'm going to add a little bit more chicken broth. Ginger. Mushrooms. Alright, we're gonna get something to simmer and let it simmer for a few minutes before we add everything else. This is really big. Not sure about the coconut milk. There was research that showed coconut has no real nutritional value. That may be true, but in this case, it's for flavor. It's what adds the creaminess to it without adding in all of the milk fat. You of course don't have to add the mushrooms if you don't want them. Being a little bit soupy. We're going to try to get the vegetables that take longer to cook about 5 to 10 minutes to simmer before we add all the rest of it back in. Do it like this, right? If you're wondering, because I normally go through the whole process, but today we're having to do everything quickly. I think I've done these types of curries about 10 or 12 times here. And I forgot to turn on the rice cooker. We've got time though. These green beans, last time I used them, they were still hard. So we're going to cook them a little longer too. Start to simmer. There's our hot peppers. And about half of the can of water chestnuts. Not quite up to a simmer yet. We're getting there though. It's a texture I never got. Green beans, now we're talking. Used to grow beans in the garden as a bitty bunny. A lot of people don't like mushrooms. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't like cilantro because they have a genetic issue with it. Some people don't like black olives or olives in general. I usually can find a way to work around those. Uh-oh.
Okay, I know this is a really bad idea, but
Oh,
I'm already here, so here
Indulge.
we can go. Right. Extreme noses pants is on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your both from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Waikito,
I
baby,
fixed
take
it,
it,
yeah.
hee. Unzips your baggiest pants, oh baby, you so musky. Take me home, pet me, and make me yours, and don't forget to stuff me. See me like my widow, baby, tail for your bulgy wulgy. Kisses and lickies your neck. I hope daddy likey, nuzzles and wuzzles your chest. I be getting thirsty. Hey, I got a little itch. You think you can help me? Only 7 inches long. Ooh, please adopt me. Paws on your butt as I lick my lips. Ooh, punish me, please. Gotta hit him with this furry shit. He don't see it coming.
Charcuterie, okay. I like how you put that in the middle of a commercial break. Yeah, looks like a minute and a half left. Go ahead if you want to, I don't care. You got about 55 seconds left. Twenty seconds. Huh. I must have gotten the height adjustment fixed too on this dishwasher when I put it back in. Because it's a lot drier than it was before. It is over. You can refund it and do it again if you want to. I don't care. Chat, do you want the cursed redeem again? Some of you were in commercial break. Alright, that's simmering pretty strongly now. It's still looking almost perfect. About 4 minutes, I'm going to add in the other ingredients. Really doing speed running today. Getting this done as fast as I can. First set done. All right. Moving on real quick. What are we making? I'm making a quick Thai red curry here. 7 more times. That's about how many times I could do it on your stream too. I thought about heavily bombarding you yesterday. It is curry. It is red curry, yes. Alright. It's starting to thin down a little bit, or thicken up a little bit. Alright, in goes our carrots. And some of our baby corn. By some of it, I mean all of it. And our chicken, so it can marinate in the sauce and cook the rest of the way. There we go. And our clear line. So I learned a few things about dishwashers this weekend. It wasn't exactly voluntary. I hate to say this, but if you get those salesmen that sound like they're being dishonest, doing the old, this one's junk and you'll never get to use it more than 2 years kind of thing, they're not lying anymore. That used to be a lie just to get you to buy something more expensive. I did some looking, even the stuff that used to be really good is utter junk now. I see people complaining left and right. At this point, we're going to let this cook until it thickens up a little bit, and the chicken's had time to finish. Could install TTS. I don't know about that. I'm not saying I'm not willing to do it. It's just, sounds like work. Okay. We need to simmer about another 10 to 12 minutes. So we're going to come back over here. Work on the next one. I can't put another one on the stove. We live in a consumer hell where things the last few years barely made it to before. Yeah. The dishwasher that I have is a Hot Point. That used to be known as the cheap junk back in the 80s and 90s. It's lasted 35 years. So, which one's junk? It still works. Okay. Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but that's actually a decent one now. We're just going to dump all of this in here. I'm going to cut up some of the bigger ones. I was not kidding today. I am just going through this as quickly as I can. all the stuff I had used earlier, I've already put it up and washed it. If my refrigerator hadn't have died, I wouldn't have bought this new one. This new one that I've got is 5 years old already. That one was early 90s, I think. It was a Whirlpool. Whirlpool used to be the good one. Now they are junk, from what they're telling me. Speed cooking, yeah, pretty much. We got a nice spring mix here. Actually, I need to mow my grass, and I'm not going to be able to make it today. Y'all want me to do a mowing grass stream? Hey, Dio. That is literally boiling. I'm going to have to go turn that heat down. There we go. He retired and son took over. Ah. Jindal's open for the shot. Take it. Kenmore and Whirlpool, yeah. For us, it was always the lower brands, like Roper. All right, first one's down. That's a lot of salad. This house had, it's got Whirlpool and Hot Point in it when I bought it. Well, the refrigerator was a I think it was GE actually, and it lasted from the early 90s on until about 5 years ago. And the stove over here is a Whirlpool, and I looked up that model number. That model number has been around for about 58 years, so it's been around for a while. I think my washer and dryer, one's a Whirlpool and the other one's a GE. Don't get much GE stuff? Yeah. I know my freezer is actually a store brand, but the store brand is made by Frigidaire. And it's been fine. I've had it for about 6 or 7 years, and I only recently, in the last couple of weeks, finished cleaning it out. I turned it off for a little while so it could dry out, because it was starting to ice up. And the new refrigerator is actually a Samsung. I wanted a 2-door standard one, and I wanted it to be a convertible. By convertible, I mean that the freezer could be turned into both freezer and a refrigerator. Those are kind of hard to find. We're down to about 2 minutes on that. Let's work on the salad, shall we? Had to stop for a second there. Yeah. Yeah. It was right here. Oh, there it is. Our tomatoes. What are you all doing? That's right, good. These are very, very ripe. I'm gonna actually leave them separate from the salad right now because I'm not entirely sure they're gonna last 4 days. They're so soft I could barely cut into them. Alright, that is our alarm for the sauce. These are still looking pretty good. They have some firmness to them, but the outer skin is getting a little soft. That's all. Alright. We got fresh radishes today. They've started showing up. Left on the rice. Fishing out the pieces of root. Decided to peel its layers off after I smashed it. Oh boy. There's several chunks. Oh well. Be like finding bones and fish this week. Found most of it. It's our red curry for today. Looking really nice. Even though I did it the bad way. Okay. For our Tom Yum, I'm going to move this. Oh, I actually found some some chow mein noodles. So I got some good ones. Which means we could probably do a chicken chow mein or something sometime soon. There's the rice cooker. Okay. So for our tom yum seafood soup, we're going to need to heat up about a gallon, a little less than a gallon. So I gotta do some quick math on this. So we need about 3 to 4 teaspoons of our powder here. This is the powder mix. If you're lucky, you can find this. They're kind of expensive, but this is the base for the soup. If you don't have this, it takes like 15 different ingredients to get it put together. So we're gonna do about a half gallon of soup here with this. We need about 4 teaspoons of our powder mix, which seems to have hardened a little bit. We're just going to do the usual. One, 2, 3, 4. One of these will last you a while. It really will. About $12 or so. And let's see, there's 16 cups to a gallon, so we need 8 cups. There's 2. There's 4. There's 6. And there's 8. It's about half, a little less than half of a standard pot, if you're not used to doing it. I think that's probably not going to be enough. We're going to probably have to add more. I can tell just by the color. But let me go ahead and start it simmering and we'll see how it goes. Once it starts getting hot, it'll dissolve a little better. Okay, where were we? Oh, we need to prep these mushrooms. Right. Okay. I'm doing things quick. It's hard to talk to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Now our mushrooms we're going to leave a little bit more intact for this particular recipe. I'm just going to kind of make the salad as we're going. That's definitely looking like I'm going to need more soup mix. Probably should have waited instead of measuring it by volume. I'm going to go ahead and add another teaspoon. We'll let that simmer. Once it starts really cooking, we'll know. The onion is going to be put in there as little thin slices like this. We're just going to add the mushrooms and the shrimp. That's it. Nothing else for this one. Don't want to dice them. They're part of the texture for this one. You do want to break them up so that they're in little half rings. See how quickly a small onion goes to looking like it's a whole lot? That's only half an onion. You break it up like that, it's quite a lot. I'm just pulling out that starting to sprout core out of it. Just going to set this over there until we can get the soup base started. Now with that, we also need some of our green onion as well. I forgot about that. We're going to do the same thing you would with, as you would if you were making like sweet hot and sour or anything like that. You're just going to cut off very thin strips of the white part of the onion and some of the green. Just add that to the other onion. In this case, it's a little extra, but I'm not wasting it. So we'll use it. You can do either or, but I'm doing both. Now our mushrooms for this one, they need to cook about as long as the soup does. I'm going to cut a couple of them into strips like we did before, but I'm going to cut a couple of them just in half. very small ones, we're just going to leave them. I know. Not liking the mushrooms today. For me, mushrooms and tofu are kind of a similar thing. They have kind of a meaty texture to them without being overly salty or high in calories. The Floor Kingdom can have that little stem. That's probably enough right there. Still got a couple little ones left. I'm not wasting anything today. Leave that one whole. And that one. No, I'm not going to use it. There we go. Those will need to cook along with the onions. We can go in here as well. The shrimp is currently frozen. I put it in the fridge. We're going to use full finished shrimp. These are raw, large shrimp, but they've already been deveined, detailed, and skinned and everything else. So these are ready to go. Again, being a little bit conservative on time. When I start working on it, we'll move over there. I also need to put that other piece of lemongrass in there, and this time we're going to leave it whole. But it's not even simmering yet, so it can wait a minute. I am, however, going to take the outer layer off. That. We're just going to leave it whole. Just bruise it a little bit. You don't want this coming apart. Okay. Once we're done with the soup, that'll be pretty much it today. Don't have time to do presentation stuff either. We're going to pre-pack these. Plastic containers, but these are actually vacuum seal. When you press the lid down, it forces the air out. it does work pretty well for keeping stuff going for a while. What's taking this so long to heat up? Oh my gosh. It's still looking a little thin. We may, in fact, need to add a little more. I'll go ahead and add some of the tomatoes to one of them. That one will be the one I take tomorrow. Haven't had any salad since last year. Everything went out of season and then the shelves were empty. That's enough to that. We'll add it to the other one here, which I'm eating tonight. These we can deal with. Now, we got some celery today. Which was from last week. Should still be good. Starting to cook. Yeah. Two's enough for 4 salads. Especially ones this big. Oh, I forgot. The rice is. It looks like the rice is ready. Oh, yeah. Where's our little paddle? There you go. One nice and steamy, red hot red curry. Just like that. Alright, our soup is starting to boil. Now, your shrimp you don't want to add until the very last minute. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it still looks a little thin. See how it goes. We were literally eyeballing this one. Oh, that's good spicy. Okay. Now we'll get our veggies in there until they start turning translucent. Very easy to do. Got some sprouts today too. I managed to find some at the grocery store, which was strange. I mean, they usually have those canned nonsense ones, but those are awful. I got fresh ones, bagged ones. Okay. There you go. Yeah, that the curry made a little crunch out of it. Basically doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to them. Their texture. Now to take care of the cilantro situation. You do want to add some of that to the soup. And we want it to simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Soup. This is tom yum, and it's a seafood variety instead of chicken. I'm adding in the mushrooms and the onions that I had left. The onions generally go in it. The mushrooms are 50-50. You can have them or not. Cilantro, and in this case, I'm making it with shrimp. The soup base is not easy to find. I had to go to the Vietnamese store to dig it out. I had to find it. Just so you know, it's not one you're going to find at the grocery store quickly. That one's one you got to look for. Get yourself a lung full of spice. And it's not clearing it. He's packed up. Can't make everything as pretty as I normally do today. Sorry. I just do not have time. This was a last minute decision to go ahead and do it. Either was not going to get it done at all, or today was it. Okay. We don't want to put our shrimp in until about 2 or 3 minutes before it's over. Shrimp cook very quickly, and they also start shrinking very quickly. You of course want them done, but you don't want to overdo it, which is very easy to do with shrimp. You can see the color is getting nice now. It's starting to look correct. Our onions are about half done. So we gotta let it simmer for a few more minutes. One of these containers of the soup base mix is about 10 ounces. You can make 2 or 3 gallons with it. That's quite a bit. I've used it about 3 times now, so it's running low. In case y'all are wondering what's going on, I'm packing up the food. I'm making the rice and curry bowls right now. Y'all are getting the rare view of what it actually looks like when I'm doing it. And it looks like I should have made a 1.5 cups of rice instead of 2. 2 was about, yeah, definitely a little too much. Just to give you all some idea how much food this is, we've got 6 full salads for one person. We've got 7 8 servings of this curry, plus the bowl that I've already got out, making it 9. And we're going to have about 4 or 5 of the soup as well. So today, for about $50, I made enough for 2 people for a whole week. Not bad. All right, it looks like yep, it's perfect. Now we're just gonna drop in all of our shrimp and let them cook. I was right. It was about 10 minutes. That, of course, cooled it down really quick. But you can see they're already thawing out. They're already turning pink for that matter. Shrimp cook really fast. They go from translucent to done to overdone in like 4 minutes. So do beware of that. I also picked up some sugar-free bread this week. I'm going to try it and see how it is. I'm not sure how you make bread without sugar. See, look at that. Shrimp are pretty much done already. We're gonna let them cook just a little longer. Not long though, maybe a minute. Wow. I made a lot of food real quick. Keeping an eye on the shrimp to make sure they're done and not overdone. It's really hot in here. add chili peppers if you want to this, but I think with this particular base, with this soup base, it doesn't need it. It is pretty spicy. Hey, see that? The shrimp are definitely done. Okay. You thought I was kidding. Don't grab stuff like I am. I'm a little more heat resistant. I am fired after all. These will get very hot very fast. I still have one more full-size bowl over there. Still one full bowl of soup. There's still one more full bowl of the curry. That's how much we've made today. Just in that little bit that we had, and 4 salads. We still have enough rice for 2 more, so that's quite a bit. So don't underestimate it. You can do really, really well, make very tasty food, and not spend a whole lot if you're careful. I'll get a picture of that and post it. But for now, I need to move on because I've got to get all this stuff washed. Most of it's in, but not all of it. Oh my goodness. My back is starting to hurt. Ah, me. Well, everybody, thank you for being here today. I know it was an impromptu one and it was relatively short, but we at least got some cooking done, right? Thank you for the donated subscription to Safety Foxo. And Jindal and everybody else, thank you so much for being here today. As for a raid, let's see.
Sydney, I put in an invite code so you can just use that to join.
I got a bacteria sample.
Looks like... Oh, he's just getting started. We'll go over here. I know we rated like last week or the week before, but... Alright, if you have my emotes, you're welcome to use them. You're welcome to use whatever you got. If not, that's fine. We're going to head on over and say hi to Brownie. So if you'd like to get a copy of the raid message, it's right here in chat. You can cut and paste it in. It's fine. I really appreciate everybody being here. We're probably going to do another round of islets tomorrow. We're down to 2.5 or 3 islands now, so we're getting close to the 50% mark. This one's going to take a little while. I'm glad for that because it's a good mix. I actually like it. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. I will see you all later. Have a great weekend, and hopefully your week is good too. Bye now.